Hey, good afternoon. It's Steve Donahue, your favorite Tampa Bay realtor. Hey, we're doing our podcast today, and I wanted to stop because one of the questions that were brought up was, is this still a good time to buy a house? And I thought, what a great time to burn a little video that I can send out to all my buyers in my CRM. I absolutely think it's a wonderful time to buy a house. And some people will instantly push back and say, interest rates are high, I'm going to wait. Well, let me break it down for you and see if I can make some sense of why I believe it's still a great time to buy a house. If you're currently renting, that interest rate on rent is 100%, and that just kills the 6 or 7% you'll get from owning a home and having something that's physically yours. And I want to give you an example. Say 6 months, a year ago from now, or a year ago, you would buy a house, and let's say, let's use $300,000 as an example. That $300,000 house, that was the list price. You would have to offer $330,000, $335,000 to be even competitive on a bid for that house, and that house would be on the market a day or two. I mean, we're flying off the MLS. All these houses selling for way over list price. So $30,000 more than what the house was listed at you would spend. Now versus then, I can get that house for say $294,000. So I can save $6,000 off the list price. That's $6,000 that stays in my pocket. On top of that, for the first time forever, we're able to get sellers to contribute towards your closing cost. Really? Yes. So I've been able to ask for and receive on offers up to 3% of the purchase price towards my buyer's closing cost. On a $300,000 house, that's $8,820. Now let's go back and couple that with the $30,000 we saved buying now versus before. That's $38,800 right there that's staying in your pocket. You didn't have to spend for the exact same house. You could turn around, get with your lender, and you can do a couple things with that money. You can put it towards your closing costs so you don't have to come up with that cash. You can take that money and put it towards what they call a rate buy down. And what a rate buy down is, there's a 2-1 rate buy down. There's a 3-2-1 rate buy down. What that means is, let's say 7% is your current interest rate on the loan. But if you apply that, the seller's money that he's giving you towards closing towards a rate buy down, you could get your interest rate for the first year of that loan down 3 percentage points. So if you were at 7, it would get you down to 4. So your interest would be 4% for the first year you owned that home. Then the next year it would be 5%, and it would continue to climb to get up to the normal 7%. Again, they have a 2-1 buy down and a 3-2-1 buy down. So $45,000 in savings on the same house now versus if you would have bought it 6 months or a year ago. Another great thing about the market right now is while we still have an active market here in Tampa and prices haven't fallen off a ton, you're able to take your time and find the perfect house that checks every single box. Too many times in the past year or two, I've had buyers that because it was such a frenzy out there, they would make an offer on a house that quite didn't meet their needs but was close. So they ended up with a house that was good, but it wasn't great for them. So now with the market being a little slower, you can take your time and you can find that perfect house. And again, with the refi options down the road, a year or two down the road, to when interest rates do go back down, you can take that money and do a cash out refi and get a lower interest rate on that, and you've got a year's worth of equity or 2 years worth of equity built up in that house. Property values are not going down. Tampa, we're slated for 2023. Central Florida's expecting to see a 10.2% rise in home values. So the houses are not going to get any cheaper. And again, that rent is 100% interest. So sitting on the sidelines, waiting on rates to go down may not be the best business plan or plan for you to buy a house. So make sure you get with a realtor. Find a great lender. I always prefer a local lender who knows the local area versus a big bank that is going to have you talking to somebody that's in another time zone 3 states away. But find you a local lender that knows the area. Find you a great realtor. Hopefully you'll call me. But find you a great realtor. And again, absolutely, based on the money that you save buying now versus 6 months or a year ago, it's a great time to buy a house. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.